Hey everybody, it's Beth. Today I'm using this egg cutout that I got from Dollar Tree. I painted it with Plaster colored chalk paint by Waverly, giving it full coverage. Once it was completely dry, I started by penciling on the face for my bunny. I started with the nose first, just so I could get my spacing right for the mouth and the eyes. After I have the face drawn on there, I'm using my Posca paint markers. These I got from Amazon, but you can get them at most craft stores. I outline the eyes with that, as well as drawing the mouth and the eyebrows. I then fill in the eyes with the black. For the nose, the pink that comes in that package, I didn't like for the nose, so I just used a vintage Victorian chalk paint by Folkart and a small paintbrush and just filled in that. Next, I am taking a paintbrush and using the handle part of it and dipping it in the Plaster chalk paint and making a couple dots in the eyes. And they weren't as large as I like, so I just went to a bigger paintbrush, made those larger, and then a smaller paintbrush to make a couple smaller dots. And then I'm taking this nail paintbrush. It's an acrylic nail brush I get from Amazon. It's a really small brush, and I am putting that in some black chalk paint and outlining the whiskers I made. And on the opposite side of that brush, there's a little metal ball. I'm dipping that in the black paint and making little dots around the whiskers and nose. I then use that same brush and make some little eyelashes on each of the eyes. Next, I'm taking this cardstock and I'm kind of just placing the top of the bunny on it and drawing some ears. I didn't measure, I just went by kind of how it looked and just made elongated ovals, I guess, for them, and painted those both with the Plaster chalk paint. They will be covered, but I'm using burlap to cover it, so you'll be able to see the cardboard through, so that's why I'm painting them. I paint both sides, apply Mod Podge to one side of those at first, and then place down some white burlap on top of those. And I just push them down and smooth them out, and then use my heating tool to dry that and make sure they're fully attached. Cut those pieces out and then do the same thing with the back. Once those are done, I take this pink and white fabric. I believe I got it from Walmart. And on the back side of the fabric, I am outlining a part that I want to cut out, so it's a little bit smaller than each of the ears. Then add some Mod Podge to the back of those pieces I cut out, and then applying it to the center of each ear. Once I had those on there, I did use my heat tool to make sure they were fully attached. Next, I'm making a little bow, taking some different fabrics and ribbons and raffia, just crossing. I did not measure the size of these or the length of these, but I'd say they're about 5.5 to 6 inches. Once I have that all filled in, I take some twine and put it on the center of that, flip it over, and pull it nice and tight, and knot it and cut off the excess. Next, I take the bunny ears and just bend it so I have like a flat surface to glue. So once I have those bent and where I'm gonna want them, I add some hot glue to the bottom of that flat part I had bent and place it down on top. And then I kind of just bend the top of the ears a little. And then the last thing I do is hot glue on the bow. And that is it for this project. Thank you so much for watching.